This week's question is from Elizabeth, and Elizabeth lives in St. Helens, England, in the UK. And she said, "Hi, Julie. After being admitted to hospital in August of 2022, my partner of 23 years was diagnosed with a brain tumor. We were devastated. I went home alone and cried myself to sleep. I don't know how long I slept, but I awoke and immediately the awful events of the day hit me again. I could feel the sadness welling up inside me, and then I suddenly had this feeling of such peace, love, and contentment. I felt like I was in a cocoon of light, not bright light, more like candlelight. It felt like someone had wrapped their arms around me and was telling me all would be well. I knew my wonderful partner was going to die, but I knew he was going to be part of the love and peace that I was feeling at that moment. Sadly, he passed in November 2022, but not before I told him about my experience. I knew he wasn't afraid of death because he always believed there was more after we pass." Excuse me. "My partner knew I was telling him the truth, and I believe my reinforcing his belief in an afterlife made his passing easier for us both. Was this my guardian angel? Thanks, Elizabeth." I thought that was a great question. So I said, "Hi, Elizabeth. Absolutely. What you felt at that moment of total despair was your guardian angel and spirit in general comforting you. As children, we're taught that everything is made of energy. And when we grow up, that concept is broadened with atoms, electrons, and quantum physics concepts like quarks, fermions, and hypothetical particles. Angels, spirit guides, deceased loved ones, etc., are all part of what I consider to be God slash source slash spirit and are all energy. In addition, they're all designed to help us understand what God from a human perspective is. Energy and source is so far beyond what we can comprehend with our human brains that I believe that all these different names for source that we have, God is something that's very common in our Western culture. It's just to help us try and understand a little bit of the concept of what source is. I went on to say, I believe we're not meant to figure out the science of spirit, just a tiny bit of the concept. That's why the Bible and many other religious texts are in parable or story form. It's a way for people to grasp the God slash energy slash source concept. The Bible, Genesis chapter 1, verse 27 says, we're made in the image and likeness of God. Although most of us think that God looks like a human, I believe it means we're made in the image and likeness of God in spirit form. I always thought God looked like Dumbledore in the Harry Potter movies, or Gandalf in the Lord of the Rings movies, or Father Time, old man, white beard, long white hair. Yeah, I don't believe that anymore. I believe God is spirit. So, having said all that, spirit communicates with us in a way we can fathom, normally in the form of visions, feelings, or senses. Spirit often interacts with us in dreams or upon awakening. That's because our vibrational level has reset to its normal high frequency preset point, that of spirit. When we sleep, our brains rest and we get a break from our problems and busy thoughts, allowing us to receive information on the spirit channel frequency. So remember, she woke up feeling this feeling of love and nurturing and all of that from a dream. So spirit was able to communicate with Elizabeth during that dream because her grief had subsided for a little bit while she was resting. Her brain was able to reset to the spirit frequency. Your angel visit was a beautiful gift and reminder that you and all of us are never alone. We're always surrounded by the love of spirit, however it appears to us. For more information, please read my Angelic Attendants, What Really Happens as We Transition from This Life into the Next Book. So, Elizabeth, thank you for submitting that question. Great question. Okay, let's go back to the phones.